Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, no matter where you are watching us from today. My name is Michael Firth, one of the founding field advisory board members with a company called Neumi. Now, if you don't know what Neumi is, that's totally okay, because we're going to go through a quick video and then we're going to show a few videos. Now, we're live streaming into many locations around the world on social media right now. In fact, I'm here in the beautiful Sunshine Coast in Australia, which is the top end of Australia in the warm, sultry climate at this time of the year, because we're in summer. In fact, it just started raining almost monsoon-like outside. So I'd love to know where people are logging in from. Please type in the chat exactly where you're watching from, and we may pop that up during today's event. In fact, do me a favor and put a little prayer out there as well, because I'm getting married in 9 days and we're hoping for a sunny, beautiful day. So hopefully that's going to be like, and we'll get rid of this monsoon rain in time. Now, what's cool about today's interviews is I'm interviewing people from all around the world, and some of them are in freezing cold climates today, not monsoon and sunny rain. So you'll see that as we get going. So what we have a philosophy here at Neumi. Neumi has the most advanced glutathione supplement in the world, which you're going to hear about in a minute. Having said that, I have a belief that you get to the head with a fact and the heart with a story. And so often I have 2 ladies and 1 gentleman, and I say I have a thorn between the 2 roses. Well, today I'm the thorn, and I have 3 beautiful ladies I'm going to be interviewing for their stories. But if you don't know anything about what Neumi is about, and when I say that bold statement of the most advanced glutathione supplement on the planet, what do I mean? Well, we're going to play a quick video for you first, so you can get a good idea of the science, and then we'll come back with a few stories.
Delivery method for music? Remember when this was the best delivery method for supplements? Every industry evolves and improves with new breakthroughs in science and technology. Here at Neumi, we've used a proprietary technology to solve an issue that's been around since nutritional supplementation began: the problem of absorption. So many of today's supplements are less effective due to their inability to be absorbed naturally by the body. Using our own proprietary HydraStat nano delivery breakthrough, we reduce the particle size of critical nutrients smaller than ever before, allowing them to absorb in your mouth while swishing for 30 seconds or more. Glutathione is your body's master antioxidant. It's responsible for boosting your energy, detoxifying cells, reducing inflammation, and boosting the immune system. If glutathione is so amazing, why have you never heard of it? Because glutathione is extremely fragile, and if taken orally, it will be destroyed via the digestive process, rendering it virtually useless to the body. Until now, NutraSwish applies nanotechnology to achieve maximum absorption. Now, glutathione and other nutrients can be absorbed simply and quickly by swishing in the mouth instead of being destroyed in the stomach. Using this same nanotechnology, we've created the ultimate skincare product, Neumi Skin. We've been able to achieve unparalleled absorption for key ingredients, including collagen, hyaluronic acid, and more. Some of the top skin experts in the world work together to create the ultimate blend of skin-enhancing nanonutrients, creating the most amazing before and after results. With our nano solution, you no longer have to wait months to experience the effects of skincare and supplementation. Our customers are noticing a difference within a matter of days. Don't wait to look, feel, and live your best life. A new you starts with Neumi.
All right, fabulous. So that gives you a really good idea of the science behind this breakthrough. And next week, by the way, I'm going to run at exactly the same time an event called Neumi Dive Deeper, where we're going to talk about the evolution of our products, how they started, how they began. We went through everything from glutathione OVs to precursors to liposomals to sprays, you name it, till we finally came up with this breakthrough that trumps everything in the world. And you can hear more about that next week. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 interviews. But before I do, we also say, as you can see scrolling across the bottom of the screen, simply type in "pick me, please," if you want to be a random winner announced to get a free bottle of our product. I might add, for anybody who knows Jane Ellis Scott last week, you were the lucky winner. We haven't heard from you. Needed you to reach out and get this bottle sent out to you. Today, we actually have chosen Donna Michelle Lambert. So Donna Michelle Lambert, you are the lucky winner from last week who typed in "pick me, please" in the chat. Which is interesting because we had an Indonesian on the first event for the year, we had a Canadian on the second event, and now we have an Australian. So we're sending product to different random people all over the world for being on this event today. So first up today, what I would love to do is interview Megan from Ontario, Canada. Now, she's a CrossFit athlete. She's a mum with a 15-year-old. She's a restaurateur. So in other words, she wears a Wonder Woman cape to get everything done. She's also spent quite some time in England. So no doubt her online followers are watching this now or in the playback because they're probably fast asleep, which will be good because we're actually open in the UK as well. So with that in mind, welcome, Megan.
Hi there, Michael. 15-month-old.
Oh, 15-month-old. What did I say?
15
Did I say 15 years? There's a big difference with a 15-month-old, I tell you. Fantastic. Well, now we're kicking off. You've had such an amazing background from sports to all sorts of things. And in your case, I understand you hadn't supplemented with any other form of glutathione before. Is that correct?
No, I hadn't. I had never even heard of it. So, of course, naturally, like the first thing I do, I just Google everything, Google glutathione, and I'm like, wow, I need this, you know, post-athlete, postpartum, post-everything. I need some of this stuff.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
So what was the first thing that you noticed when you took our products?
My energy was the first thing I noticed. And as new moms know, that's like the thing that we're kind of in need of the most. So my energy went up, and I had been struggling with my recovery and workouts. And then since using the product, my recovery has been, I could do multiple workouts a day now and not feel, feel like I have the energy to keep going. So I love that.
That's fantastic. Now, you mentioned you had some discomfort in your joints. What was that about?
Yeah, so through my athletic career, I've had a few operations, 3 knee operations. So I've always struggled with niggles in my knee, discomfort in my knees. And since using Neumi the past couple months, I haven't had any discomfort whatsoever. So really, yeah, excited about that. It makes working out a lot more fun.
It's funny, isn't it? As you get older, I used to say to people that, you know, your back goes out more than you do. That's how you know you're getting older.
Yeah.
Same with your knees.
You feel free.
Now, I understand that you have also started using the Neumi skin product. What have you noticed with that one?
Yeah, so I love the Neumi skin spray. I love waking up and just giving myself spritz. I feel super, super good after that. And all my friends are saying I'm glowing, so I love that too. And I definitely agree with them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing my before and after photo. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that in a few months. So yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that's a really good tip, actually, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're using this product, do exactly what Megan did. Take a photograph in exactly the same lighting, exactly the same time of day that you intend to do it in 1 month from now. You will be blown away when you compare the photographs and zoom in from one to the other. And often when you're looking at your own face, you won't see that difference. Whereas when you look at a before and after photograph and you zoom in, you're going, wow, the difference is obvious. And of course, like Megan said, hearing other people say how amazing you look is a really good way of recognizing it as well. So thank you for sharing. Thank
you so much for having me, Michael.
My pleasure. So now we're going to go to a slightly different part of the world. Actually, we're actually in Canada as well. So next, I'd like to introduce Marlene Smith from Ontario, Canada. She's 66 years of age. She's a former hairdresser, but also a scuba instructor. So welcome, Marlene.
Thanks for having me, Michael.
No, thank you for volunteering, or being volunteered, I should say. Now, I understand you had some pretty serious health challenges to face over the years. And before I even say this, I want to say our product isn't designed to treat, cure, or prevent any disease at all, but I'm just curious about your health in the past. So can you share that with us?
Yeah, so for me, I am a post breast cancer survivor and doing really well. And also I had a near-death experience via decompression illness, or took a bend hit while scuba diving in 2018.
Wow. Now, it's interesting because, like I said, our product has nothing to do with treating, curing cancer or what have you. But when it comes to the bends as well, that's pretty serious. Some people don't even survive the bends. And I've scuba dived in my life and been told the seriousness of what can happen is if you ascend too quickly, and it can be life-threatening. So you started supplementing with a glutathione precursor back in 2018. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I did. So, as far as my injury at the time, I took a band-aid, or basically I was paralyzed from the bra strap front to back down to my toes. And the prognosis was like, well, we don't know if you're going to walk again. So then a friend reached out to me and said, hey, take this, try this. And she shared it with me. So I jumped into the product. It increased my glutathione. So my levels were better and I started healing really nicely. So, having gone through that, I'm now seeing and was seeing complete capabilities coming back to parts of my limbs. So now I'm 5 years after that. Yes, I'm walking again. I still need aids and stuff, but in my new me, I'm quite happy that I'm here and I can do it.
Amazing. Now, when we say the Neumi, we'll talk about Neumi products in a second, but to this point, we're talking about glutathione itself. And so in Marlene's case, she'd supplemented with a glutathione precursor that I'm very well aware of and have used in the past. It was a great product. At this stage, unfortunately, it's about twice the price of what our Neumi products are. And of course, with the technology advancements, not as effective in terms of the results I've seen with this compared to my past. Having said that, when you started using our Neumi products, what sort of differences did you notice then?
Yeah, so continuing along the same benefits, I was definitely, from the precursor. However, I definitely noticed a clearer mind. That was a big thing for me, sharper, clearer thinking, and something I didn't quite get the same at all from the previous product. So I'm feeling really good about the benefits, really.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? So all the same benefits of a glutathione precursor, yet a few extra benefits. Now, another reason behind that could be this, ladies and gentlemen, when you're watching the video, we talked about we shrink the particle size down. Now, put in context, a human hair, which you can't even see on the screen here, is 80 to 100,000 nanometers. If you look at technologies in the world down to liposomal, some of them get down to maybe even 65 nanometers, which is awesome. To penetrate the blood-brain barrier, you need to be under that, so they're not penetrating there. And of course, in our case, we're down to 10 nanometers. And when you get to under 10 nanometers, you can absorb in places that other products just can't even touch. And that is one of the big reasons. Now, I understand we use the same technology for Neumi skin. You're using that as well. Tell us about your experience there.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I've had pretty good skin all along, but in addition to spraying it and getting the benefits on my face, I've actually took it one step further to the suggestions of June, my friend, and let's get it on my skin affected areas to see if it would help. And I've been pushing that since Christmas, and I'm actually seeing results, more improvement. I can't be happier. So supplementing glutathione externally and internally all at the same time. What more can I do?
Brilliant. What an amazing story. Thank you so much for sharing.
You bet. Thank you.
Now we're going to go to another part of the world. And so it's interesting too, when you just heard spraying the product topically. So yeah, it's great for your skin. But think about this, and the reason we have so many before and after photographs, and if you haven't done this, please go and join Neumi New You. Neumi New You. That is a Facebook group run by the company. And that's where you can hop in as a stranger, if you like, and then look at the before and after photographs. And what Steve, our founder, always says, if you see these amazing before and after photographs, we can't show you your liver. We can't show your internal organs to you and say, look at it before and after, but we can externally. And so as Marlene was saying, she's spraying the product topically because it's absorbing. And a friend of mine who's a skincare educator worldwide, training beauty therapists, she says 0.03% of most products absorb past the first layer of the skin. So that's why they have invasive processes to try and get the product to absorb deeper. Yet we have a product that trumps all of that because of the particle size. Again, putting us in a unique position compared to the rest of the products in the market. So next, I'd like to interview Terry. She's 52 years of age. She's based in Manitoba, Canada. She's recently retired from the healthcare industry. She's a full-time network marketer, a mum of 5 kids and a grandmother of 5. So in a similar way to Megan, she is wearing a Wonder Woman cape too. So welcome, Terry.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Terry,
thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you for volunteering or being volunteered. Now, I understand you came across glutathione before you heard of Neumi. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So last year in 2023, I was experiencing some significant inflammation in my body and discomfort. And I was looking at tools and ways I could use to reduce that inflammation. I love to do things naturally. I had been talking with my naturopath about some tools and solutions we could do that. And she actually, that's what glutathione was first mentioned to me, and about taking it through IV treatments, which I wasn't really crazy about starting, but started doing some research about glutathione. And then that brought me to having a conversation with a friend of mine who was starting to use the nanotechnology with the glutathione at Neumi, and introduced me to the product.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, let's just talk about one of the ingredients for a minute, guys. So when you're talking about this particular product, glutathione, which is what was referred to just then, is one of the ingredients. It's a primary ingredient. And normally, if you take glutathione orally, it gets destroyed by the digestive process. So we don't need to do that because the particles are so small, they absorb in your mouth. Now, one of the benefits of glutathione is boosting your immune system, reducing inflammation, and then detoxing the body, and boosting your energy as well. But when we talk about inflammation from a glutathione perspective, the product also contains cysteine, which is one of the building blocks to help the body produce more glutathione. Why am I telling you all this? Our product isn't doing the miracle necessarily. We're just getting an ingredient that's a proven ingredient. In fact, there's 180,000 scientific studies about glutathione, and we're getting it to where it needs to be, okay? So what was the first thing that you noticed when you started using our products?
So what was first recommended to me through the friend who introduced me to this was to take more than the suggested servings just for the first week or the first few days, just to get that glutathione on board and get it, noticing some changes right away. So I did that for the first week, then went down to the recommended doses on week 2. Within a couple weeks, I started feeling the discomfort diminishing. And then the biggest thing for me was going to see my massage therapist, who I see monthly, and having her notice the difference, specifically in my spine where I have significant scoliosis, and go see a massage therapist monthly. She actually noticed that there is a reduction in the issues in my spine, and asked me what I was doing differently. And that was the only thing I was doing differently. So it definitely is a tool that is helping me reduce that discomfort in my spine, knees, and also in my feet.
Yeah, wow. Good to hear from a masseur, because they'd certainly notice it straight away. So you also work out, I understand as well. So tell us about the benefits you've experienced with that.
Yeah, so I try to work out daily. I encourage people and to work out daily and move their bodies every single day. So I either do yoga, hiking outside, or do weightlifting to help increase my lean muscle mass, which every woman over 50 should be doing. And I did notice after it was recommended to me to try it before and after workouts. So before workouts to increase your energy and increase your workouts, and afterwards to help with the muscle recovery. I do notice I have more energy and I have a better workout taking it before a workout. And I definitely notice faster muscle recovery than I had previously with taking it after workouts.
Yeah, beautiful. In fact, we hear our founder, Steve Scott, talk weekly on a call where he talks about some of the results from athletes. And there's one particular athlete that swishes before, during the workouts, went out and busted all the world records on a bench press and set a brand new world record for bench presses thanks to this product at 60 years of age. So we hear this sort of feedback all the time, which is fantastic. Now, with that in mind, you also, like the other beautiful ladies there, have mentioned they're using Neumi Skin. What have you noticed with that product?
Yeah, for sure. When I was introduced to not only the swish, but also the skin, as a woman who's 52, I'm always looking for, tools in my tool belt to help me like look younger and keep my skin looking glowing and fresh looking. So I started spraying morning and night and just kind of implementing that into my skincare routine. I did take a before picture. And then I took a after picture within 2 weeks. I did see a noticeable change in my skin, in the redness in my skin, in the puffiness in my skin was reduced in my face for sure. And then also just my eyes look clearer and brighter. And I get compliments all the time since September about how my skin looks. And what woman doesn't love that?
Absolutely brilliant. Well, again, thank you so much, Terry, for sharing. And so here we have it. We have 3 fantastic interviews from 3 totally different ladies right around the world talking about their experiences on the product. It's not uncommon to hear this. We hear it every single day from right around the world. Neumi's in about 65 plus countries now, about to open a couple more. And there's this, I think the latest figure I heard was nearly 150,000 members around the world. So people all over the place. So feel free to share this video to your social media. Always get back to the person who invited you for more information, not me, right? If you're watching for this for the first time, we want to keep the integrity of the referrals intact where they are. And I also want to mention that next week at exactly the same time, I'll be running a special event instead of the interviews. We'll be running one which is called Neumi Dive Deeper, which is where we go through the evolution of HydraStat, how it came about. Because for me, I was actually around way back when we found investors for this product about 6 years ago, right through to starting Neumi 2.5 years ago to today. So it's really in-depth story where you understand how and why this technology is trumps ahead of the rest of the world. So finally, just a quick reminder, if someone knows Jane Ellis Scott, she didn't respond last week for her free bottle of product. She reaches out, we can get that to her. And today, the lucky winner was Donna Michelle Lambert. So we'll be getting a product out to you. If you can reach out, that would be great, or reach out through whoever referred you in the first place. And finally, as we go through the playbacks before next week, I'll be drawing another lucky winner next week. So if you see this and you're watching the playback, as it says, scrolling along, type in "pick me, please," and you might be the lucky winner of a bottle of product somewhere in the world next week. So thank you for our beautiful interviews today, and we'll see you on the next live stream.